Welcome to another edition of Ocean's Pit, the little show about big things. Today is Monday, February 23rd, and I'm sorry I'm 5 minutes late. We're just getting back from a funeral, of course. Our good friend George Kakalinos from Chicago Prime Steakhouse was his church, his mass today. We couldn't go to the wake because yesterday because we were working, but because I had our daughter's future. We got a baby, Joe and Jess's baby shower, so we couldn't go to the wake yesterday. So this morning at the church for our good friend George from Chicago Prime Steakhouse. And we'll tell you a bit more about that. It's Ocean's Pit right now. Check the website, TonyOceanMusic.com, and give us a call at 847-769-8609 to book a show. Every show is dedicated to the first responders, the men and women and the military, our veterans who fought for, and you wonderful people who watch the show. Today, this goes out to my good buddy George up in heaven. It's showtime. Let's go to work. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Ocean's Pit, little show about big things. Monday, 23rd of February, and a lot to talk about. And I hope you guys had an incredible weekend. And I hope you went out and had a little fun supporting local establishments and a lot of fun. Let's start off right with our sponsor, folks, our good friends from Ace Hardware. Ace is the place. Buy local, shop local. Guys, save on all supplies you need for your next paint project. Buy one, get one 50% off on Clark and Kensington or Royal Paint. Select Ace paint kits, including tray, brush, and rollers. Select Frog Painter's tape. And see the in-store ad for coupons of 25% off one regular priced item under $50 or $12.50 off any item over $50. That's Ace is the place. Buy local, shop local, helping neighbors before they were neighborhoods. It's Ocean's Pit, folks, and we're just going to start off by thanking everybody that came out to Chicago Prime Steakhouse on Friday. It was the first Friday, my first Friday there since we lost George, of course, from Chicago Prime. And I started the show with the song My Way with a toast for the restaurant. And I did the song My Way, which definitely fits George because, he was born May 4th, 1950. He was only 74 years old. Here's a guy, ladies and gentlemen, that loved his job, loved going to work. 12 hours a day, 7 days a week. The GOAT. They don't make them like that. This generation, this type of people are gone. So Friday was a great success. And then Mr. Carpenter was there and he bought a couple shots for the whole bar twice. So there was a couple toasts for the great, our good friend George for Friday night. Saturday, another great night at Taverna on Division. We want to thank Greg and Jennifer and the staff, Double T, Tony Toto again. It was just a great turnout seeing everybody there. I want to thank all our friends there, of course, Sal and Rose. Thank you, Fred and Kathy and Danny Mazzi, and, of course, Robin from Armando Supermarkets, Anthony and Carmela Santangelo from Trico Hair Experts. It was great seeing you guys. Jeff, of course, Deb, Carol, Gina, just wonderful you guys all showing up and having a good time. I want to thank Kathy and Christine Crispino, Pizza Boy Pizza, Carlo. And, of course, he's got the new Cannoli Boys. So they came in right after a wedding. And then right before the show ended, they came out and they were giving everybody the cannoli thing, and very, very, very cool. It was a big party and it was a lot of fun. So thank you, Greg, and everybody from Tavern on Saturday. And Sunday, it was a beautiful event. My son Joey and my daughter-in-law Jessie, of course, Jess, are having a baby in April, so it was her baby shower. Very beautiful. Now the guys, my sons and the family, just the guys, most of them, we went to Giorgio's in South Barrington, and we were there with the guys, just hanging there, having some cocktails and some great food, and just telling stories and having a lot of fun. Because that, the bridal shower thing's not really for the baby shower is not really for the men. It was all women. So while we were doing that, the women were at the Hampton Social Club in South Barrington, doing, eating and dinner and stuff like that. So we ended up at the last hour. We all left, and then we all went there and see my mom was there and my sister, and got to play with Kellen and the rest of the family and see a little Dominic. So that was a great event. And then afterwards, we helped bring all the gifts back to Joe and Jess's house. And then when I got home Sunday night, I was beat. But what a great event that was. And it was just a great weekend. And I hope you guys had a great weekend as well. Let's say hello to everybody who's watching today on Ocean's Pit. Mary, how you doing? Ellie, David, Ryan, how are you doing, my good friend, guys? Nina, hi, everybody. Ocean's Pit. Now, we got a busy week. This Wednesday, we'll be at Rosario's in Roselle. That's a 7 o'clock hit. Thursday, we'll be at Positano's in Oakbrook. The return of Jerry Jams Renda. Of course, Jerry was in Florida for the last month. So he's going to be back with us on Thursday. And then Lisa P is up in Florida. So my little sister, the great Regina Karma, was kind enough to come out and support us and having some fun with us on Thursday. And you can come and hear Regina sing. Friday, we're back at Chicago Prime Steakhouse with Double T Tony Toto. And Saturday, we're making a debut at a brand new place called Rookies in Hoffman Estates. It's got a nice stage. Mikey D, Tony Toto, and Bob Pucci on guitar. It's going to be a lot of fun this Saturday at Rookies. Why don't you guys come down? Francine, Kathy, how are you doing? Isabella, teacher, what's up? So we're got a lot to talk about. And before we get into all the good stuff, more stuff, we're talking about the Chicago Music Cruise. Now, we know it's going to happen. We've already had 3 already, the Chicago Music Cruise. This will be number 4 for us in the last 3 years. So we want you guys to join us January 10th, 2027. You got a year. And get out there. We're going to back on the Royal Caribbean Cruise Line. Just crazy, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be January 10th. We're going to start off in Orlando. We're going to go to Bahamas. We're going to go back to the Coco Cay Island. We're going to St. Martin and St. Thomas. Seventh Heaven, Tony Ocean, the main event band. Carlo Jambonis on sax. Tony Toto on drums. Daryl Armistad on keys, and Jerry Jams. So that's going to be go to ntdvacations.com and put down Tony Ocean, or go to chicagomusiccruise.com and put down Tony Ocean, or give Mary a call at 630-688-1725 and tell them you want to go on the ocean with Ocean, and that is the Chicago Music Cruise. Karen, Ryan, Debbie, how are you doing? I'm sure it was a crazy wake. This church was slammed with people. And you know what? And I've never been to, I've been to Greek masses before, but Greek Orthodox, I think that's what George was and the family was. It was all in Greek, and mostly they're singing. The Greek, it was mostly all in Greek for as much as we can stay. We got there at about 9:45, and we had to leave at about 11:40 because I had to rush to get here, and I still was end up late. But what a wonderful turnout. And I got to speak to AJ, of course, George's son, and he's putting it together. He's the guy now. He's the guy. So before it was him and his son, But now it's all AJ. AJ's got to take care of Chicago Prime Steakhouse, along with there's another great manager, George there, and Josh, of course. But then, of course, he handles Chicago Prime Italian. They have Avanti Banquets over there in Fox River Grove. And, of course, they have 5 o'clock Steakhouse in Milwaukee. So it's still a machine. It's a well-oiled machine, and that's why it always works well. And they're going to do very fine with that. But we will definitely miss seeing George, because it was just great seeing some of the people I know I met through working there, and some of the people I've known through years. And it was just glorious and beautiful to see all those people coming together to support and give their love to George, which was very, very cool. Emil, how are you doing? Robert General, Donald, I hope you're doing well. Karen. Yeah, I can imagine at that wake. Now, I couldn't be at the wake because I had my daughter and my son's baby shower. But Debbie, I'm sure you said it was a busy wake, well over 500 people by 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So, again, my good buddy George, rest in peace. Rest in peace. Okay, so we got some great stuff coming up and more stories to talk about here. First of all, a couple things. My prayers to all my friends up in New York City. Donnie, Biaggi, Louie, all the guys up there that I know from New York. New York, not much in the city, but they're getting 27 inches of snow, folks. 27 inches of snow. The drifts are going to be almost 8 feet high. So, my God, it's going to be one of the biggest snowstorms they've ever had up there in Upper New York, in the New York area. So our prayers out. Wow. Can you imagine? We remember back in the 60s when we had it here. I mean, I was too young to remember it all, but we had it. And it happens up in New York a lot. Let's get over here today. Oh, well, I forgot February 19th was Iwo Jima Day. Let's not forget that. Today is National Margarita Day for all you margarita drinkers out there, folks. And prayers to Puerto Vallarta, the state of Jalisco. Of course, the military has assassinated El Mencho, one of the biggest drug cartel leaders, by the military. Airport flights were canceled. Riots in the streets. Very dangerous to be going to Mexico right now, at least certain parts of Mexico. But another bad man is gone. And yeah, that's good. But remember, in that particular type of organization, one other man will step up and is always going to keep going. So he is gone, and just one less problem. But now people in Mexico, we have to pray for them, and pray for anybody that's traveling out there in the next couple of days. Just, it's crazy, just crazy. Oh, we got more crazy stories here. According to ABC Channel 7, Trader Joe's chicken fried rice. If you're buying chicken fried rice from Trader Joe's, it's going to be recalled because they said they might have glass in the packages. Everything is being recalled like crazy lately. So please be careful. This is chicken fried rice that was sold at Trader Joe's, according to ABC Channel 7. Might contain glass in those packages. Please look after, if you've got some of this stuff, look into it. Make sure. Just horrible. So much stuff getting recalled. February 19th, 1962, the first American astronaut to orbit the Mercury Friendship number 7. We're talking about astronaut John Glenn. First man to step on the moon there. 1962, February 19th. Congratulations to Italy records with the Winter Olympics. They have 30 medals. Congratulations to in Italia at the Olympic Games. Also, congratulations, ladies and gentlemen, to the men's U.S. hockey team beating Canada in overtime. Of course, Jack Hughes with that overtime score. Was also the 46th anniversary of Miracle on Ice, where the Low Dogs, the American team, of course, beating the Soviet Union. With Soviet Union was a powerhouse, and that was back in 1980, 46-year anniversary. And congratulations to the men and women's hockey team, and congratulations to that. Very, very, very cool. The bars are open early Sunday morning, and a lot of people were watching the hockey game. It was getting close there at the very end, of course, into overtime. And then, of course, Jack Hughes scores and the United States win. I'm proud of being American, and I'm proud for our American hockey team. Congratulations. Congratulations. Other stories we're going to talk about here. McDonald's. People say, I don't want to work. I can't work. I can't find a job. Do you know McDonald's, ladies and gentlemen? Listen to this. Listen to this. Now, I don't know, some people don't want to go work for fast food. It's a tough job. It's not an easy job. I don't know. I don't know what kind of hours, but think about it. McDonald's is hiring. Their starting pay, ladies and gentlemen, is $27.50. $27.50 is starting pay. This is the crew. If you're a shift leader, it could be $33.76. You get paid sick days, 50% off all your meals. If you're looking for a job and you really need one, this is it. How many McDonald's there are? There are probably some even close to your home. If people need a job, $27.50 for crew. Don't tell me there's no work out there. Just tell me what you want, if you want it bad enough. The mayor, of Indiana, or the governor of Indiana, Governor Braun, stated if and when the Chicago Bears end up in Indiana, they will keep the name the Chicago Bears football team. People think it's not going to be changed if and when this happens, if they end up going to Indiana, which right now it still looks like they are, but who knows, things could change. But it still be known as the Chicago Bears. Yes, the New Jersey, the Giants play in New Jersey. We know all that. So it can happen, and it will still be called the Chicago Bears. So no person has to worry about them being called the Indiana Bears. All right, here's some other stuff. 10%. Now, I don't know if this is true or not, but I looked it up. This is a survey they had according to Ohio State University. 10% of young employees drink and do drugs while at work. 1 out of 10, according to Ohio State University study. Wow. Well, listen, look. High school, when we were in high school, we were drinking on lunch. Come on. Whatever everybody was doing in high school. But my God, 10% of the employees, this is school, mind you. School's different now. Teachers can't do nothing to you anymore. Some of the great teachers, a lot of great teachers out there are doing the right thing. A lot of other teachers want to teach their own opinion and their own objectives, which is wrong. Teach what you're supposed to teach. But these days, the kids don't care. I'm surprised it's only 10%. I'm surprised they're not all getting drunk and high or vaping all day long. I'm surprised. Yeah. So who knows? Little crazy. Fox News this past weekend, folks. The U.S. Security team, of course, shot a suspect. Was a guy trying to get into passing the into Mar-a-Lago in Palm Springs, of course, the home of President Donald Trump. But they did they did shoot and kill this guy to attempting to get near Mar-a-Lago. What is it? Another time they're trying to take down our president of the United States. Guys, I said to you on many times on this show, we don't all agree on the same political thing. I get it. But we don't want anybody dead. We don't want anybody dead. You think that's going to solve things? Who? If something happens to the president of the United States or any president of the United States, there's going to be chaos in this world. I mean, we're at that level right now. If something like this is going to be crazy. We don't want that to happen. But there's just a lot of nuts out there. So you don't know what's going to happen, ladies and gentlemen. We don't know. Another thing that gets me, folks, here's something that's sad in people in the restaurant business. And I'm in the restaurant business. I mean, I don't own a restaurant, but I perform in restaurants. I'm there 5 nights a week. And you wonderful people come out and support restaurants. And you support live entertainment. And you guys are out there. 75%, they said, of businesses in certain restaurants are either takeout, delivery, or drive-through. Now, this is all restaurants. This could be even fast food restaurants as well. 75% of more people will order food and bring it home. They get the food. They don't have to worry about paying for alcohol. They have to worry about blah, 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 right? Pizza delivery, fast food delivery, takeout, drive-through. 75%, ladies and gentlemen. That is huge, huge. Another thing that gets me, this whole Epstein Island thing. It's old news now, right? Prince Andrew is going to go down. Let's hope. I thought Boyd was watching last week, and Boyd said the domino effect. Let's hope some more people go down. But let's just think about this, folks. There's been actors like Mel Gibson and a lot of other actors in the past, going back to the mid-'80s and mid-'70s, where they were saying these are island where this stuff is going on with sex trafficking and children. Epstein's Island. You think that's the only island? That's the one that everybody's talking about. That's the one that everybody knows about. That's the one where they caught the second in command and him, whether he's alive or not, who knows? But if he's dead or not, who knows? You mean to tell me that's it? There's got to be tons of these islands. And these could be, from what some stuff I was reading, there's even worse islands than Epstein's. I can't imagine what's out there. And we're never going to know. That's the scariest shit about the world we're living in, ladies and gentlemen. It's the scariest shit of the world that we're living in. I met a nice gentleman on Friday night who came to Chicago Prime, and another great American, patriot, loves freedom. Gave me a bunch of stuff. He gave me a pin, a bracelet, Blue Lives Matter, a pin, a police pin, of course, the old beer holder for your beer. And he gave me a freedom cap that says freedom on there. And he gave me, it's a pin, keychain type pin in the netting that you give to a fellow. I have it upstairs. I'll show you tomorrow back when we're back on the pit, but it's like, it's in a net kind of thing. And there's a medal and it says, thank you. And you're supposed to give that to police officers, to the first responders, the police officers, and thank you. Because there's a lot of people that don't thank the police officers. And Back to Blue and Blue Lives Matter. And for a while back in 2020, it was frowned upon to support your police officers. That is never going to happen on this side. So you're supposed to give these medal type things to a police officer, or even a random one, and just say thank you for what you do. Because whatever happened in 2020 with one or two bad seeds, stop saying that every cop is bad, because that's not the case at all. Then he gave me this shirt. And, I can barely see even with my glasses on. So I had no clue what it meant. I didn't know what it was. Obviously, it's the president's signature. But you can't see. I mean, it was the bar when he gave it to me. So it was like, yeah, crazy. Guys, let's talk about my good buddy, Jack Vena Landscaping. Jack Vena Landscaping, because now is the time, ladies and gentlemen, when everybody out there is trying to get their lawn done and get their stuff done. Call Jack Vena Landscaping. They offer monthly maintenance programs, bush trimming, spring, fall, cleanup, bed mulching, fertilizing, weed control. They offer plant design service, installation, servicing the North Shore for over 50 years. Call Tommy at 847-432-5266 and tell him Tony O sent you. You'll take care of all your stuff you need to make that house look pretty and getting ready for spring and summer. So everybody can say, wow, look at their house. Look at their garden. Look at their stuff, Vena. Great guy. Also, there was a little party for my good friend Nick Sulo on Friday at Chicago Prime. Great to see him and his wife, of course, Ricky and him, Nikki, celebrating 40 years and family and friends. So it was nice to see them on Friday and choosing Chicago Prime to have their party. Very, very, very cool. You're watching Ocean's Pit, little show about big things. What else we have here, folks? Gentlemen, women, listen to this. Study shows that men cry over football more than they cry over the ones they love. Studies. Now, it doesn't show the percentage. I wish, because they didn't come up with a percentage. But how many guys, football, especially if you're betting, your whole life changes when the football season starts, if you're into football. Sundays cannot be, you can't be interrupted. You got to watch the games. If you just watch the Bears, that's one thing. Or, if you have a red zone, you're watching 8, 10, 12, or 12 games on at once. Then you're on the fantasy league. And God forbid your player does wrong or your team loses or your bet goes down. More men cry during the NFL football season than more they would for your loved ones. Studies show. Who's retiring? Remember, I was talking about stores that are closing and products that are not no more when we were kids. Mr. Clean. Mr. Clean. Remember the big muscle guy, the bald guy with the earring? He's retiring. I don't know. I think probably the character is retiring. I don't know if the company is going under, but they were around for 68 years. Mr. Clean retires. So I don't know if maybe they're retiring the guy, coming up with maybe a new guy, or maybe now it will be Mrs. Clean. No, but you can't do that because then the women would be pissed off. So I don't know what's going to happen to Mr. Clean. But after all those years, 68 years. Wow. Kathy, great seeing you on Friday. Thank you, my dear friend. Felix, what's up, brother? Felix Greco, singer in Chicago. Thank you, Tony Bisek, great drummer in Chicago. Hope you're doing well. Mo, have not had the chance to meet you. Maybe someday. Well, Robin, I hope so too, my dear friend. And thank you for watching Ocean's Pit. Donald, thank you and Marion for your kind words. And everybody, Emil, how you doing, Mary? AJ did have the best teachers, and AJ's very good. He's got his shit together. He knows his stuff. And I asked him, are you gonna be like? There's never gonna be another George. So AJ doesn't want to be another George. He's going to have managers do that job. AJ wants to still enjoy life and still take care and enjoy and be with his family and still give good service and still give good food and keep Chicago Prime name keep going, because that's what they're going to do. They're not going to quit. They're not going to lay down. They're going to keep going. Carlo, what's up, buddy? Buddy, what's going on? Sandra, welcome everybody to Ocean's Pit. But the funeral was beautiful. The place was packed. But it was the singing in church. I never seen the Orthodox Greek. I've been to Greek church, but never where it was just like, it was just singing. That's it. There was no speaking. At the very end, the priest came, towards the end, came out and he spoke in English and told stories about George. Unfortunately, we had to leave right before the church ended to do this show on time, and I was still 5 minutes late. But like I said, what an incredible turnout. People are getting really. How you doing, Yolanda? I think people are getting they're leaving restaurants. I see it. Also, I don't know. Some people don't want to pay the price, but you know what? Go out. You're having fun. You could stay home all the time. You can order pizza from somewhere, or you can cook yourself and stay home and watch TV again, which you people do 5 days a week. So on the weekend, at least get up and have a little fun, because life is too damn short. Boyd, Mr. Clean, the Green Giant are going to walk to the sunset. Yeah, there's another one. Thank you. Hanging and Banging, I cry when my woman, Luke. Hanging and Banging says, I cry when my woman crosses her legs. Emo, I love your show because I learn something new every day. Oh, well, thank you. Thank you, my brother Emo. Captain, step up. Let's see. Hanging and Bang, Pinocchio cartoon has a special island for bad kids. That was 80 years ago. Exactly, Hanging and Banging. You think Epstein's Island was it? Like we were talking when the show first started? There's got to be 100 of these islands. We're not going to know about them. No. They're not going to make it. They're not going to make it publicized like they did Epstein, because they're barely going to get out of this jam. I know, Yolanda, your son was a police officer. Absolutely. Unfortunately, a lot of depressed loners want suicide and law enforcement. Yeah, Tony, you're right about that. Boy, let's not forget about it, though. Whoever they can pinch, whoever is guilty. What about Gilligan's Island, Anthony? Let's not throw poor Gilligan and them guys in that category, please. Little buddy. You got it. Thank you guys for watching. We do really appreciate it. All right. Congratulations to the New York Yankees. Spring training beating the Detroit Tigers 20-3. Now we know it's just spring training. Also, congratulations to the South Side Chicago White Sox beating the North Side Chicago Cubs 8-1. Spring training. National Love Your Pet Day today. So it's National Love Your Pet Day today. I love you, Bella. I love you, Zoe. And National Margarita Day. So I'm not drinking margaritas, but I'll stick with my Jack. That's just me. Nothing wrong with drinking in the afternoon. All right. People that work out in gyms, or people that go to the gym and work out. This is not for people who work out from home. This is for people who work out at a gym. Listen to this. 82% of people at Planet Fitness do not work out, do not show up. 82% of their membership don't show up. They're saying about 18% actually go every day or 3 days a week and work out. A lot of people either bought it, was gun-ho for a couple weeks, lost their weight and said, I don't need it anymore, 82% of Planet Fitness. A lot of guys I know just go work out to pick up chicks. That's not working out, folks. That's not working out. 18% actually go. I give it to a lot of credit. I give a lot of credit to people who can actually do that every day. Now, there's a lot of people who can, have a treadmill at home. It's easy. Go down the stairs and put the TV on and go. But when you have to get ready, you have to put you have to put an outfit on, you have to try to look halfway decent, right? And go work out. Drive there. People don't leave the house anymore. So, hanging and banging, Planet Fitness smells like ass. I don't know. I haven't been to one. I need to go, but I think we're going to get a treadmill here, and I can just be much easier. If I could talk to you guys for an hour every day, I can do a half hour or whatever, 20 minutes in front of the TV, right? Or I got a next one. I'll do the show actually working out on a treadmill. And the next story is, I probably won't make it 10 minutes. In the sports world, former student of Purdue University and former wide receiver for the Minnesota Vikings, Rondale Maroon, as Pat, if I'm pronouncing his name right, in the sports world. Oceans Rat Pack, we just picked up April 12th. We're going to be in Fisher, Indiana, at the High Aircraft Theater in Fisher, Indiana. Looks like we're going to Texas, guys, who are Mara, if you're listening. Everybody else, anybody out there from Texas? Looks like October 16th, we will be in Amarillo, and October 17th, we'll be in Lubbock. Yeah, Texas, Oceans Rat Pack. Excited. All right. Here's something that, Tina, how are you doing, my dear friend? Tina's going to be on the show on Wednesday, along with Rob from Generation. So we're going to have Rob on the first part of the show, and we're going to have Tina Angel on the second part of the show. And then Friday, we have another guest on. Nick was supposed to be on last Friday, but the reason why the guests weren't on last week because Laura was not here, and she couldn't send out the links because I don't know how to do that. So double whammy on Wednesday. Of course, tomorrow is Twisted Tuesday with Carol Brandolino. Should be joining us. Francine, that's so cool that you're playing Texas. Come to Tennessee. We're working on it, hon. We're coming. We're working on it. All right. Don Bongino, love his show. Gutfeld, love that show. The Five, love that show. Don Bongino. If tariffs are so bad, Tony, some LA fitnesses are closing. How many people could stick out a diet and keep in shape and keep weight off? Yeah, it's not easy, man. I applaud people that can do it. My son, Joey, every day. My daughter, Gianna, every day, sometimes twice a day. They don't miss days unless they're sick. That takes, I don't know what it takes because I couldn't do it. Damn, they're good at that. And there's people who work out, they do it. It's like they have to do it. It's like eating. Like how we eat, they got to work out. And if you can do that, more power to you. If tariffs are so bad, this is what tariffs, they're so bad. And so many people, of course, bitching about it because is it really bad? No. It's so bad to a lot of people because it's Donald Trump doing it. But put it this way. Don Bongino said, if they're so bad or they don't work, why are 170 other countries doing it to the United States of America? If it's so bad, there's 170 countries doing it to our country. I'm not that good at explaining a lot of stuff. That's why, Boyd, I got a brain. Brain for finding the guy who's going to tell you everything about it. And we're going to have him here on the first Friday in March. Not only is he of a government, ex-government guy, an ex-CIA guy, but he's going to tell us the whole workings of this. All I know is that the United States always helping other countries. But look, this is fact. And if you want to look at it, folks, the other countries are doing it to us too. They've been doing it for how long? 170 other countries? Boyd, can you explain it right now in a short-term word? Enough said on both sides. Thank God Italy's agreed with Trump. Well, okay, some countries are. Good afternoon, Dennis. Hope you're doing well. But I'm going to get a professional in here the first Friday in March, and you're going to love this guy. Former CIA. He's going to talk work for the government official too as well, some other government stuff that he did. So wait till you hear his story and what's going on with this country. And he's going to help us. He's going to help us learn a lot because we all need to learn a little bit more. Harder the older you get, Tony. I'm sure it is, brother. I'm sure it is. But I love Don Bongino, whether you like him or not. I like what he says. But it's still 170 other people, other countries are doing it to the United States of America. So that continues. That continues to keep doing it. So let that sink in. Let that sink in. Walmart, listen to this, folks. Walmart hiring freeze for the next 3 years. They're shift billing, and they're starting to move to automation and AI. Walmart, it's coming, folks. It's coming. We see it coming. We see it coming. It's coming here faster than we thought. I mean, there's little by little by little by little. First of all, remember when we first got a hit of this when we were going to Walmart and stuff like that, and there was no more cashiers, right? There's still maybe 2 left in the store. The rest is all we're doing it ourselves. So hiring freeze in Walmart. Boyd, and there'll be those who will sell their islands to survive. Yes, good point. And that's why I'm bringing a professional in, because you're going to be able to answer a lot of questions. And I hope you guys answer questions, ask questions, because it's going to be cool. So get used to this AI. I told you about my experience at the movie theater. You don't even see that many people at movie theaters anymore. I guess now they want to just keep it in the movie theaters for like 14 days and then ship it and then send it to streaming. Who knows how long the movie theaters will be gone before they're all gone? Who knows? Oh, boy. Misty McMahon. Misty McMahon. Of course, she was the former wife of Jim McMahon. Misty McMahon. Misty McMichael, of course, of Steve McMichael, the former Chicago Bear. She was arrested in Frankfurt on the south side of Chicago for domestic battery, choking the boyfriend in Will County. And now no charges were filed. So obviously, I met the lady once. I met her in Champaign once. Actually, the whole Rat Pack met her. So I'm just going to keep my opinions to myself. But we did meet the lady, and that's all I got to say. But anyway, she was arrested, but then no charges were filed. So obviously the guy dropped the charges, or it is what it is. Trump to Iran, time is running out. That's a whole different story there. Dennis, you're right. Keith, how are you doing? Well? No, she didn't waste time. Yeah, she didn't waste time at all. And that's for other things. Who knows? You know, I'll just leave my mouth shut on that one. Nice lady when I met her, I mean, that I can remember. No, she did not choke. No, no, boy, she did not choke me. No, she did not. So we will. I still always want a real person at the register. We're over. Yeah, I want a real certain. It's great conversation when you meet them. But I know what you're saying. But unfortunately, Tony, those days are over, brother. Speaking about work, speaking about AI, how about the younger generation that are here and don't want to work? How about this piece of garbage? He's 21 years old. Listen to this. The guy do? Oh no, the guy didn't do. I don't know. They were just they're fighting, I guess, and it broke out. They were drunk. A lot of alcohol involved. Probably a lot of other things, if I do remember at the time. So I don't know. You know what I mean? But they said he choked them, and they were having a dispute with heavily influenced in alcohol, according to the article. No charges filed. All right. This 21-year-old, listen to this story. This 21-year-old, listen to this story. He refuses to work because he says he was born without his consent. Have you seen these stories, ladies and gentlemen? Are you seeing these stories? The young man refuses to work because he says he was born without his consent. This is the mind of a 21-year-old, the new generation. What is it insane? This is the future. Thank God I'm at the age that I'm at. Thank God I'm at the age of that. Tony Toto, I made it on time. I was like 5 minutes late. But thank you, my brother, Tony Toto. Actually, how about a big happy birthday to Double T? Tony Toto's birthday today. Happy birthday, Double T. Armando Supermarkets. Buy local, shop local. 925 Liberty Street in Elgin. Great seeing Danny and Robin on Saturday at Taverna. Thank you, brother. Not only produce, but meats, groceries, prepaid food, rotisserie chicken, and more. That's Armando's 925 Liberty Street in Elgin, Illinois. Also, guys, today it's also time for the weather. The weather is brought to you by JRC Ace Hardware, and the weather for today, it is February 23rd, 26 degrees, 39% humidity out there, 11 mile an hour winds. It's a little chilly out there, folks. Sunny but chilly. Nuts. That is the weather brought to you by JRC Ace Hardware. Buy local, shop local, helping neighbors before they were neighborhoods. It was also great seeing Raffaello on Friday at Chicago Prime. Of course, the CEO and president of the JRC Ace Hardware, along with Kathy. Great seeing you guys on Friday. All right, so a lot of stuff happening today. Yeah, crazy. Yeah, happy birthday to Double T. Spoil rotten kids. They think they're entitled. Yeah, I refuse to work because he was born without his consent. Who puts this shit in people's heads? James Hammer in the house. What's up, buddy? Can you imagine that? I'm not working because I wasn't supposed to be born. I didn't give you a right to be born. What do you tell your mom and dad when you have a 21-year-old punk like this? Here's another story, and I don't know, this could be true. According to IGTVcheaters.com. Carol, you're right. Parenting failing. It all starts with the parents. All starts with the grandparents and parents. You're absolutely right. It's tough. Yeah, absolutely. But listen to this story because we're running out of time. Listen to this story. According to IGTVcheaters.com, one juror who was involved in the O.J. Simpson trial, 90% of the jury thought O.J. Simpson was guilty, but acquitted him as payback to white people. You just hear what I just said? According to IGTVcheaters.com, a juror that was on the case, 90% of the people thought OJ was guilty, but he was acquitted as payback back to the white people. I don't know what to say on that story, guys. I'm going to leave that with you. Isn't that crazy? Boy, you thank God he could have been a blowjob. It might have been better if he was a blowjob. Then he wouldn't be born, this idiot. Holy shit, put him in the front of battlefield. Yeah. Drop him off by recruiting office. There you go, Priscilla. Put that kid, put him in the army. Good one. I like that. That's a good one. So, anyway, guys, crazy. Like I said, the church was fantastic this morning. A big turnout for my good friend George from Chicago Prime. Again, we were there this morning, me and Double T. And like I said, I've been to Greek church funerals, but I don't think I've ever been to an Orthodox one where it was all singing, singing, oh, yeah, back and forth, like three of them. And it just, and it makes you wonder, though, too, because they're doing it straight for an hour. And then they come out and they do the thing, where they bless everything. And then every 2 minutes you're going like this. Yeah, it was, I've never seen something like that. But the people that were there to show the love they had for this man, and respect and love, be loved is one thing, but be respected and loved, that's the lottery, baby. Anybody can love you, but they got to respect you too. He was born May 4th, 1950. He was only 74 years old. 12 days a week, this guy worked. 12 hours a day, 7 days a week, this guy worked. And he loved his job. He loved going from table to table. How are you doing? Welcome. He knew everybody's name. One of a kind, George. You'll be missed, my friend. Tony, did you know that there's only one bird in the world that can't get a pregnant swallow? Okay. Boys, you're using some of those old jokes, and I love them because I love the old humor, buddy. I love the old humor. All right, guys. So, again, Wednesday, maybe come on out and support Double T on his birthday at Rosario's on Wednesday. In Roselle, 7:30. Thursday, Positano's in Oak Brook with the return of Jumpin' Jerry Jams. Comes back on Thursday. Great to see Jerry again. And then, of course, Regina Karma belting out from the bottom of her heart. And she was so nice enough to do this with me on Thursday. Friday, me and Double T back at Chicago Prime. And Saturday, Double T, Bob Pucci on guitar, and Mikey D at Rookies in Hoffman Estates. What else we got coming up? March 7th, Lisa P's back in the main event van. Will be at Johnny Cab's Saturday, March 7th. It's going to be huge. The 19th of March will be at Chef Shangri-La on a Thursday night. On the 21st of March, we'll be at 28 Mile Distillery in Highwood, 4 to 7. I can't wait for that gig. April 1st, Moe's Dream Police, my rock band tribute to Cheap Trick at the Hard Rock Casino in Rockford. And on the 11th, we'll be at 2 shows. In the afternoon, I'll be at the Hobart Theater in Indiana with Ocean's Rat Pack. And that night will be a Primo Italiano American Cuisine in Gurnee, Illinois. Beautiful place. We're excited about that. So busy stuff. How about birthdays for Monday, February 23rd? A guy I met a few times, John Gotti Jr., dies, a birthday, 62 years old. Met the guy, very nice guy. Years ago, of course, when he was younger, then he went away. Of course, he was the son of the great late John Gotti. My good friend Mike and Tracy, wherever you are, good, clean fun, and the Taylor Swift tribute. Tracy's daughter, Ella, celebrates a birthday. 17 years old today, Ella. Happy birthday. Judge Joe Brown. Remember him on television? TV judge celebrating a birthday. Malcolm Jamel Warner from Cosby celebrating a birthday. Dwight Fry, of course, in the original Dracula movie. Love him. Let's see. Pebbles Flintstone. Pebbles Flintstone is 63 years old. She was born February 22nd, 1963. Pebbles, of Fred and Wilma's child, of course, on the Flintstones cartoons. Natalia, of course, from WWF, WWE, the daughter of Jim the Anvil Neidhart, turns 41 years old. Tom Higginson, he's the lead singer of Plain White T's from Chicago, Illinois. President George Washington, our very first president of the United States, celebrating a birthday today. Vincent John from the Bronx Wanderers out in Las Vegas. Vinny, happy birthday, brother. I hope you're doing well. Character actor Thomas Jane, 57 years old. Drew Barrymore, only 51 years old. God, you got to love that. Ron Howard, Richie Cunningham, Opie Taylor, 80 years old. Wow. James Wong, character actor, 97 years old. Franny, wherever you are, happy birthday. And Double T, Tony Toto, celebrating a birthday today. Tony, I hope you have a great day and night with your family. Anyway, it's just been a great weekend, and we want to thank you all again for coming out and supporting the Tony Ocean shows. I am one lucky guy. I really am. With my work and family and stuff, it's just God bless. Knock on wood. Knock on wood. And I wish you all more happy success and just everything good for you people, because everybody deserves it. We all have the same 24 hours in a day. We go out and try to do the best we can, try to be happy. It's not easy. It's not easy being happy, folks. And if you are, I don't know, it's a tough all around. So if you have anybody out there that's struggling, reach out to them. Text, better yet, pick up the phone and call them. Make them feel good. Everybody can use it right now. Just because they smile and they look happy and all this stuff, you never know sometimes what they're doing inside, and it's important. Don't assume all the time. Reach out. It's important. We are brought to you by JRC Ace Hardware. Buy local, shop local, guys. It's time to get your seeds started. 8-quart Miracle Grow seed starter mix and indoor plant mix is 2 for $12. Select 16-quart bags are 2 for $18. Stock up and save. Buy 3, get 1 free on Ace Basic pleated air filters. And did you know that not all LED bulbs are all cool white or harsh cool white? They also come in bright white and warm white. Get a 10-pack of Fight LED light bulbs for only $9.99. That's less than $1 per bulb from our friends from Ace Hardware. Ace is the place. Buy local, shop local, helping neighbors before they were neighborhoods. Our good friends from Ace Hardware. Tomorrow's Twisted Tuesday with Carol Brandolino. Wednesday, we'll have Rob on from Generations. First part of the show, and then ending the show with my good friend Tina St. Angelo and what stuff she's got going on with plays and Broadway and movies. We'll talk about it all on Wednesday. Carol Brandolino back on Thursday, and Nick, my friend Nick, of course, in the wrestling world, and we'll talk about him on Friday. So, busy week stuff. Guys, again, come out and support. We're going to have a lot of fun this weekend, so I hope you guys just come out and have a good time. We want to thank you all for watching. Buy local, shop local, support local establishments, support live entertainment, and be kind to one another, folks. Because just because you're offended with this show, and you can turn it off. Turn off any show that offends you. But just because you're offended doesn't mean you're right. Doesn't mean you're right. Be kind to one another. That's the purpose in life. Respect and be kind to one another. And again, thank you, George, for 8 wonderful years at Chicago Prime Steakhouse. And we're still going to keep going, brother. We're going to do it for you every Friday. Thank you so much, guys. Ringo Starr says peace and love, and God bless you all. Have a great day. Be back tomorrow, same time, same channel. Bye-bye, everybody. Nick Sahajas, take us out. Bye-bye.
Time to go, it's the end of the show. See you later from Tony O.
God bless America. Thank you so much. Have a great day. God bless.